Jai Hind friends, an event on 31st Jan 2020 has jolted the trade relations of many countries. Not only this, the economy of a few major countries, including India, will face slowdown because of this event. Yes, I am speaking about Brexit. In this video, I, Yashwant Singh, will talk about the Brexit, European Union, and why Brexit happened and its impact on India. Do watch it till last because it's very useful for your major competitive exams like UPSC, State Civil Services exams, NDA, CDS, SSC, CGL, etc. So let's start. If I speak Brexit deal, so here if I expand the Brexit, it will be Britain plus exit. It means exit of Britain from European Union, and that has already been taken place. The UK stopped being a member of the European Union after 2300 hours GMT, that is Greenwich Mean Time, on 31st Jan 2020. And if I say European Union, it means that it is a bloc of 28 member nations. Britain was actually included in this. After exit of Britain, it has become 27. So, and it is a political, social and economical bloc. And here, for note, the UK joined European Union in 1973. That time it was not European Union. The name just came in 1992. But at that time when UK joined, it was European Economic Community. And now the UK has become the first member state to withdraw. Then I will tell you more about the European Union. I already told you that European Union is an economic and political union involving 28 European countries. If I say Britain is included, after excluding it, there are 27. So I will name all those 27. First, Austria, Belgium, Bulgaria, Croatia, Cyprus, Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hungary, Ireland, Italy, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malta, Netherlands, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain and Sweden. So what's special in this? I already told you that this is a social and economical and political bloc. If I say this, it allows free trade. That means it has become economical, which means goods can move between member countries without any check or any extra charges. Then it allows free movement of people. It has become social now. Free movement of people to live and work in whichever country they choose. Then I will tell you about the Euro area. So there are total of 51 countries in the Europe. Means European Union doesn't mean that I'm speaking about the whole of Europe. Only 28 out of those 51 were there in the European Union. Now the Britain has exit, so there are only 27 left. So Eurozone or Euro area is a subset of European Union in which there are only 19 countries who left their currencies and adopted a new currency, that was Euro. I will name those 19 countries: Austria, Belgium, Cyprus, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Ireland, Italy, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malta, the Netherlands, Portugal, Slovakia, Slovenia and Spain. So out of 28, there were only 19 countries and Britain was never among those Eurozone or Euro area countries. So it always stick to its own currency, that was pound sterling. Then now the Brexit has happened. Then what follows Brexit? Actually there is a lot more talk to be taken place and the month of negotiation will follow. Both UK and EU still need to decide what their future relation will look like. Then there are 11th month transition period. The UK will continue to follow all of the European Union rules and its trading relationship will remain the same. Then what needs to be agreed? I told you that there is a 11th month of transition period in which the UK need to follow all the European Union rules. And in this period, the new free trade agreement is to be negotiated between these two, European Union and UK. This is needed because UK will leave the single market and customs union at the end of the transition. And what happens if they do not agree to a new free trade agreement? Then the UK have to trade with no deal in place. That means the things coming to the Europe from the UK will be charged more, means the tariffs will be there, and from the EU to the UK will also be charged more because of the tariffs. Other aspect of the future UK EU relation which they need to talk and to be agreed upon, and that will take place in this transition period only. The first one is law enforcement, data sharing and security. Second, aviation standards and safety. Third, access to fishing waters. Fourth, supplies of electricity and gas. And fifth, licensing and regulations of medicine. Then what caused Brexit to happen? I told you that UK joined this EEC, European Economic Community, that later could become European Union in 1992. So why after these many years, after staying in this European Union, why it left? Why such a strong decision had taken place? I will tell you that EU, that is European Union, is expanded to include post-communist poorer countries in the mid-2000s. And many of their citizens immigrated to wealthier countries like the UK, France, Sweden and Netherlands, Italy, like this. So this problem for these countries became very alarming. They were putting pressure on the resources of these countries. Then this problem was very much aggravated when the crisis of Syria happened. So many of the people, I will say you lakhs of more than 10 lakhs, 12 lakhs, 15 lakhs people from the Syria and the nearby Africa migrated to the European Union. And the Germany wholeheartedly, that time the premier of Germany, Angela Merkel, said that she is ready to take all these immigrants into the European Union because it's a human cause. Okay, human cause is fine, she took it, but why didn't Germany kept all these migrants? Then these immigrants slowly started shifting to the UK, France, Netherlands and Sweden and few of the Italy and few of the very wealthy countries. So slowly these people started settling in the UK, they started getting a job. So it started putting the pressure on the UK economies. So this Brexit is the altogether pressure build-up of all these events which took place. Then in 2008 there was financial crisis and later it could become recession. So that time banks in the EU was not performing well and banks needed bailouts, and debt in number of European Union countries increased. UK and few wealthy countries in EU were worried because they had to help bail out less wealthy countries. It was the sovereignty issue of the UK when most of the trade deals were decided by EU Parliament. I will tell you why. Because that if US needs to do any trade with the European countries, and suppose London or this France or Italy in particular, they want a good trade relation with the US, so they didn't have the authority to do this as a nation, because all these talks will be done by used to be done by this European Union Parliament. Means the slowly the sovereignty issue of these countries were being challenged. That's why this UK at right time took the very bold step of exiting. Then what is the Brexit deal? The transition period and other aspects of the UK's departure were agreed in the withdrawal agreement. UK's Prime Minister, Mr. Boris Johnson, removed the most controversial part, the backstop. Okay, I will tell you the backstop. What is the backstop? The backstop was designed to ensure that there would be no border post or barriers between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland after Brexit. I will tell you that UK, if I say, it's a group of four countries. Yes, I will call them countries and not like the states as in United States, because United States has 50 states and they are federal in nature and they have a very good and great autonomy. Same in Britain, this UK, United Kingdom, is a group of four countries, that is Scotland, Wales, England and Northern Ireland. But the military, the railways, the financial decisions, means all in a whole, the international affairs is looked after by the UK, means the Westminster Parliament. So now that in the backstop, what you was saying, that there will be no border between Republic of Ireland, which is a different country, as not, and it is not in the UK, and Northern Ireland, which is a part of the UK. So there will be no border, means you, after that, UK couldn't put this trade barriers or post where the items can be checked and sent to the Northern Ireland, because sent to the Republic of Ireland amendment, sent to the Republic of Ireland, because Republic of Ireland is still a member of the European Union. So this was the barrier, means you cannot put the post out there. What Boris Johnson did very smartly, that he put the custom borders between the Great Britain and Northern Ireland, means between his country only, that the items moving from the Great Britain have to pay this tariffs at the Northern Ireland, and this tariff which the Northern Ireland has paid will be refunded if the goods remain in the Northern Ireland. If it moves to the Republic of Ireland, that means the tariff has already been charged. So this was a very smart move, and I told you it was about this backstop. So this smart move made this Brexit very much possible in this due date. Actually, it was decided that on March 2019 the Brexit will took place. Theresa May resigned because opposition was in favor to remain in the EU. Then this Boris Johnson came. He was also forced by this opposition, that means they were stopping the move that Brexit should not happen. Then with a very smart move, he did the early election in which his party, Boris Johnson's party, won with a very good majority, and thereafter he took this decision and removed the backstop. So what is the effect of Brexit on India? Okay, I being an Indian, I'm talking that much about the Brexit. Is it important? Yes, it is important. I told you that this event is going to affect the trade relation of the major countries, and it will, means few of the major countries or few of the major economies will show the sign of this slowdown, economic slowdown. So India is one among them. So let us see that what is the effect of Brexit on India. First, I will speak about the cons, means disadvantages. The first is India will have to adjust to changing world order. Second, there may be a foreign fund outflow and dollarize. Third, rupee may depreciate because of the double effect to foreign fund outflow and dollarize. Then this may increase petrol and diesel prices to an extent. I will tell you that petrol and diesel is a political commodity in India, and if the prices of these two items rises, that means government is going to bear this setback. Government never wants to do that this happens to the government. That means it will reduce additional excise duty imposed on a fuel, and when it was on a downward trajectory, this may increase fiscal deficit and it will put pressure on our economy unless revenue is increased. Then prices of gold, electronic goods among others may increase. Sensex and Nifty may fall in the short term. The falling value of the pound could render several existing contracts loss making. So if there is any existing contracts which Indian companies have with the London, so that will also face loss making. And the foreign funds are likely to move out if the world outside thinks that investment in India is risky, because Indian companies have put there so many offices to deal with the European Union, that means to do trade with the European Union. If the economy of the UK goes down or European Union goes down, these countries make loss. That means if these countries are making loss, other countries who invest heavily in India, they will think that Indian economy is also going down, so why to invest in there? Then India's forex, that is currently it's a record of $363 billion, may diminish. Why? Because this forex reserve is having 20% of euros or pounds. If the economy of UK and this European Union goes down, European Union countries goes down, that means there will be a depreciation of the currencies, that is pound and euros, which will affect the Indian forex reserve. So these were all the cons. Then many Indian companies are listed on the London Stock Exchange and many have European headquarters in London. Brexit will take away this advantage. Then due to fall in the value of pound sterling, Indian export to the UK will suffer. Cheaper rupee will make Indian exports including IT and ITS competitive. So these were all the cons, disadvantages, but always with few cons comes a few pros. Means India is not in only the disadvantages phase. We just need to understand and balance the advantages with the disadvantages. We need to understand what are the advantages of Brexit and how it will impact India. Let's understand. India being more of an importing country than an exporting nation, the overall effect may turn out positive for India if the dollar doesn't appreciate much against rupee. Then, with lower pound value and euro value, Indian companies may be able to acquire many high-tech assets. Then, Brexit might give boost to trade ties between India and UK. Now, here I will put a bit light on this. As earlier in sovereignty issue, I told you that if UK wanted to do trade relation with some another countries, it was largely restricted by European Union, but after it exit, India and UK can have very good trade ties, which will give a very good benefits to India and the UK both. Then more Indian tourists can afford to visit Britain in the coming days as the currency value has fallen. Of course, it will happen. More Indian students can afford to study in Britain as the fees may seem cheaper. Then Britain will need a steady inflow of talented labor to work over there. And India has a large number of English speaking population which will greatly be benefited because this English speaking population can go there and earn money and they will surely get the job because they can speak fluently with the people in the UK and means wherever they are doing these trades, means they can work in there. Then the fall in the prices of commodities like crude, which will help India save a lot on its import bill. Then commodity prices will decline. It will help fiscal deficit, current account deficit, or inflation, which in turn better the investment cycle. So this was all about the Brexit deal, what it meant, what was European Union, and what is Euro area, what will happen after the Brexit deal, and how it impacts India, pros and cons. I think that you have seen this video till the last. Please like it and do share among your friends. And if you have not subscribed to the Royals Education, do subscribe it and please hit the bell icon so that you should never miss a video uploaded by me. Thank you. Have a nice day.